it's been on my heart that I need to talk about grief. More importantly, how to overcome grief, how to get through that valley of darkness that seems endless. I have so many friends, and I see so much on the news about people who are just struggling, just in a dark place and unable to come out of it. And it makes sense. I mean, look at what's going on in the world, overseas and here in the United States around us. There's divisiveness, there's war, there's disease, and on a personal level. I mean, the divorce rate is higher than it's ever been. And if you include those long-term relationships that tragically ended with you going your separate ways, that's another type of divorce, whether there was paper behind it or not, right? We've got kids going off to college, feeling that empty nest syndrome. So many ways. I mean, bankruptcy, finances, losing your home, losing your car, having to move back in with your parents. It just hits us from everywhere. These are all types of loss, all of which lead to grief. A friend of mine, Clint Callahan, says something so profound. He says, grief is the sadness of forced change. That's what it is. Forced change. We've gotten in the habit of something. We've gotten comfortable with something, and now it's being taken from us involuntarily. So, because I have been through a lot of loss, if you know my story, I have a rare form of cancer. I've had 2 major surgeries, including the removal of my stomach. You talk about loss and a change of life and having to accept a new normal. That's been ongoing for me for a dozen years, and I'm dealing with the side effects, the forced change of medication that I have to take daily to live. I lost my dad 3 years ago to cancer, and I have cancer. So you can imagine what it was like watching him go through that and suffer, and just wondering, is this going to happen to me as well? I've been divorced a long time, so I've had relationships that have ended not in a good way, not mutually amicable. Jobs, friends, those friends who just decide they don't like you anymore, and you're like, no, what did I do? They won't even talk to you. They ghost you. No communication. All of those things can just leave you in a dark space. And I don't know about you, but I've had it happen to me where numerous forced changes occur at once. And I just get this heavy weight, this darkness, feeling unloved and unlovable. And so I want to talk about today how I've overcome those feelings that are so common to many of us, how I've moved on with life after loss. I'm going to share some steps. Take them all, take whatever you need, but I promise you, this will get you through the grief if you just focus on these things: move, connect, and communicate. Let me repeat that: move, connect, and communicate.